Howdy, this is Pirate Forever, and I'm going to do the rest of my tools, and I'm just going to do it all in one video because there's not that many of them, and there's not a whole lot to say about them, but here we go. That is my little pentacle. I have another one. It's a piece of bark that I had carved the pentacle in, and I kind of use that one. Well, I'm going to use that one if I ever get a big cauldron, which I will, but just not anytime soon. And it's too big for my little altar, so I made this one out of a flat-ish piece of stone found in my yard, and I painted it so with each color representing an element. And this one, the black is, there we go, the black is spirit, green is earth, the yellow is air, pink is fire, and then blue is for water, obviously. And I kind of did it wrong, I don't know how to explain it, but I know I did it wrong. In my head, I did it wrong. Anyway, I use this one for my altar because it's small and I think it's a good representation. I mean, I made it myself, obviously, but it's just kind of I like it, I really do, but it's just kind of a stand-in for when I get a better pentacle kind of thing. Like, I want to keep it small still, but I want a better one. This is cute and nice, and it works just fine for now, but I do want to get like a really nice one. And I'm going to keep my bark one, just because if I burn it, no big deal. So there's that. And then this cute little thing is what I'm using for my cauldron. I don't remember when I painted it, but I'm pretty sure, seeing as how crappy a job I did, it was probably me when I was little. It used to hold some jewelry and stuff, but I really wanted something for when I celebrated Sabbats and stuff to hold like the solar flame and everything. So this is my little cauldron that holds a little red candle. That's my solar candle for Sabbats and stuff. It has a little flower in the middle at the bottom, multicolored and stuff, and I thought it was cute. It works pretty nice as my cauldron, but I'm gonna kind of save for this nice big, I don't know how big, you can hold, it's like, let's see if I can give a good representation. It was about off the floor, no, you know what, never mind. But it was pretty big, a lot bigger than this one. It was maybe from my thumb to my pinky-ish, and about from my thumb to my pinky out-ish. There, that's a good representation of what size it is. But it was a good size, and I loved it, and it had a little pentacle on the edge, and it was really nice, and it was cast iron and stuff. So it would be really nice because I want to put fires in it and stuff. These are my god and goddess pictures that I drew, because at the time I didn't really have a good statue or anything, so I didn't have anything visual of their faces and everything. But that's the goddess. Since I'm Irish, I made her redhead and everything, but there's stars coming out of her hair, and so it's like her going up into the sky, and we come down, and that's her human form that morphs into the roots of the earth. So that's kind of like connecting her from the ground to the stars above, kind of thing. Like, it reminds me that she's everywhere. And we have the triple moon in the background, and I made it all, except for her hair, I made it all like earthy goddess colors, green, blue, and purple. And then this is my horned god representation picture thing, and he has like little goat's feet and deer antlers, and he has a little green cape in the background, or wearing, and you can see like the horned God symbol, and then I just made it, the circle part of it, into a sun to remind me that he is the sun. Not that I really need to be reminded, but it's nice as a visual. And forgot one thing, but we'll trek upstairs. Oop, there we go. Trek on upstairs, and I'll show you what else I use for my god and goddess, because I think it's a cute story about how I found these. But I was at my dad's, and I was walking, messy room, I know, walking around the duck pond that he has at his house, because he lives in Ohio. And I was looking around, picking up stones and stuff, and I found, you know, a little stone that was split in half and stuff. And so I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. I'll keep that. And then I was looking around, and a couple minutes later, I found another stone that was cut in half. And I was like, hey, this kind of looks close to the other stone. They were kind of similar. So I stuck them together, and come to find out they were from the same stone, just cut in half. I don't know if you can see that. See? Hold on. Working with one hand doesn't exactly work. There we go. You can kind of see that better. They fit really nice. So I was like, hey, that is awesome. You know, what's the chances of finding something like that? So I took it as a sign, well, not really a sign, but like kind of a sign that they were with me, God and Goddess. And also it was sort of a lesson in itself that the rock in its entirety is the earth. And when it takes two halves to make a whole, which is the God and the Goddess. So I took each half and I made the bigger half the Goddess, because I view her as slightly higher. Just slightly, though. And so I made that as kind of like my God and Goddess statues, but I want to get bigger ones too, but I will always keep these, because I thought that was just so, you know, beautiful, and it would never, what are the chances of finding two halves of a whole rock and everything? So I will always keep these no matter how simple they are. They will always be with me, because I thought it was the cutest thing ever, and it was a great lesson for me to learn, especially when I was just starting out, because this was like a year ago when I found these. So I thought that was really beautiful. But yeah, and those are pretty much the rest of my main tools. I mean, I have buttloads of other stuff, but those are just like the basic tools. So I'm gonna get off here, and I'll probably show you my Christmas and Yule trees and my Yule altar. So I'm gonna get off here. Haters.